Welcome to the Introverted Doctor podcast, dedicated to uncovering myths, mistakes, and misconceptions that hold us back from living our best life at work, home, and play. In each episode, we focus on different aspects of a healthcare professional's life or an individual's life, such as communication techniques, mindset, routines, and habits and behaviors, with the goal to show how to eliminate anxiety, trip-ups, and unwelcomed results that come from ineffective communications. Now, this quick podcast is about a word that can help us reframe how we look at ourselves in a way that serves us in a more positive, constructive manner. So many people have negative self-limiting beliefs that prevents them from improving their lives. I've seen it countless of times in my patients, nurses, and other doctors, and even in children. It can happen basically to anyone. Having negative self-talk has become part of most people's mindset today. Science says that we have about 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day, and many of them are rooted in pessimistic and defeatist negative or self-limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves and our abilities. So for instance, we may think we're not fit enough, smart enough, disciplined enough, that we're overly shy, or that we are poor communicators. Many times we may feel we are the very definition of a bad father or mother, a horrible sister, brother, an insensitive friend, or a terrible employee. Negativity in our lives can limit our ability to succeed and impede our ability to feel joy, contentment, and harmony. It is important to make a micro change in our mental habits in order to think better. By merely adding the word yet at the end of any sentence, we can reframe negative ideas and self-limiting beliefs about ourselves and achieve the perspective and actions we aspire to. If you find yourself believing something negative, such as, I'm lacking discipline, I don't exercise, I procrastinate, I have trouble with people's names, or I don't read enough, and you add the word yet at the end of the thought, it changes your narrative from one of despair to one of hope. What you believe is what you'll achieve. Everything starts with the belief. So saying, I'm not a good father, yet I find time consistently to play with my children. Or, I'm not a good reader, yet I read 5 books last year and I'm interested in reading and starting another one and doing better. That type of reframing is so much more constructive and helps us move forward. Another example is, I'm not good at exercising, yet I walked more in the last week and I know I can keep it up. I am not an excellent communicator, yet I'm always learning and becoming better than I was yesterday. When you add yet at the end of a sentence, your brain opens up to the possibility that you aren't limited, that you can do more. Without that reframe, you internalize a thought that holds you back, that keeps you from the positive changes and actions that you can do. Everything starts with a belief. If you believe it, then you'll see it. Too often we stop short from seeing our potential to do better or blind ourselves to the good things that we are already doing in our lives. The word yet is not an excuse to procrastinate, but a word to empower and enhance our ability to visualize our potential and plan for the future. It is your identity that shapes your beliefs and actions. So the next time you find yourself saying something that doesn't serve your interest, add the word yet at the end of the thought. The next time you hear someone say something negative about themselves, teach them to use the word yet. Try this little exercise for the next few days and see if you notice a change. Yet opens up a whole new world of hope and possibilities to be your best at work, home, or play. I hope this podcast served you in some way, and if you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, please share with a friend or colleague and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. And if you go to the website, theintroverteddoctor.com, and sign in there, you'll get my weekly emails about the podcast episodes that are coming up. I'm Dr. Lalit Chawla, and thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope your community and your family is doing well, and I will see you again next week.